Hello, my name is Joanna Tancho and I am a board-certified music therapist. Now, in some of these videos, I've been talking about new instruments that you could try, some fun instruments that are inexpensive, and even online quizzes that you could do to get acquainted with music. But in today's video, I'll be talking about rediscovering or revisiting an old instrument. Now, for all of us, this would be different. You may have grown up with an instrument that you used to play. You may have sung in a chorus, and it would be different. And it may even be that you were trying to learn an instrument several months ago. For me, I've played harp for about 15 years now, but it's been a while since I've played it seriously. And recently I've been really thinking about how I would like to improve in this instrument and to play more of it. So in today's video, I'll be sharing some tips about how we can go back to revisiting an old instrument. And remember that voice is also an instrument, so it may be that you've sung a lot when you were younger and you were trying to get back into that now. And so these tips can be applied to any instrument that we are trying to pick up again. Now, the first thing for me was to tune my harp and to make sure that all of the mechanics for this are still playable. And so for you, maybe dusting an old instrument or finding an instrument that is playable or that would give you a good quality of music when you try and engage with it again. And so for me, I have levers on this harp, so I'm making sure that they do not squeak when I am playing them, when I lift and when I release these levers, and ensuring that I can tune this well. And I do have my own tuning key and a tuning app for that. So first of all, ensuring that you have a good quality instrument that you can play or that can give you that satisfaction when you're picking it up again. Next, it may be very tempting, especially if you mastered a piece like on the piano, on the violin, or for me on the harp, may be very tempting to go back and try and play that piece. And just to remember like, oh, this is how good I used to be, or this is what I could have done. However, I think that's potentially a move that may be very discouraging, because when I look back at my music, I don't even understand some of the writings that I have. And it's very difficult now for me to play all of this, and I would probably stop so many times while playing it that I would be discouraged to even go on. And so the second tip is to really go back to the basics. And so for me, I'm not even going to try and play a scale. I'm just going to try and move my fingers and get back in the right position. And so sitting up straight, leaning my instrument against me, and just going down. And then I would do that for a few more notes. And you could see I was only moving 2 of my fingers, but there were things that I was noticing about the quality of my sound and my positioning and my form. And I could tell that some of my tones were uneven, or that I was playing the tempo in a way that was not stable. And so for you, whatever your instrument that you are trying to revisit might be, I think really finding or remembering an exercise that was so simple that you could really pay attention to the same things, including form, including the tone, and including the quality of sound. And then the next thing that I will recommend is to connect with other people who are playing that instrument or who are trying to get back into that hobby. Now, you may have friends from a chorus that you were part of and maybe say, hey, you know what, would you like to sing together on Zoom or sing together in person? Or maybe make some new friends who are interested in that same instrument or hobby. I've joined a harp ensemble in my area and I will be meeting them next week. So I'm very excited about that. And I hope to share more of my own journey rediscovering an instrument here. But for today, the 3 tips I leave with you are to check your instrument, see if you need to regulate it. If you don't have the tools that you need for that, I found that online communities can be very helpful, where you could find maybe a Facebook group that you can join and ask some questions about, and even find people that are in your area from there, if you are interested. And second, that you could start small and focus more on your form and the quality of your tone. And then third, to connect with other people. I hope that you will continue to explore instruments and music that you love, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.